If you love sewing and you love fabric, welcome to Seweird Live. We're just gonna wait a couple minutes for most of us to get on, and let me adjust the camera too. Welcome in, welcome in. Woohoo! And happy hump day, happy hump day. Welcome in, guys. Lots of exciting new fabric here today. Let me see if let me see if the link is working. Copy link. Hey, 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 Roselle. Okay. Roselle, hey. Welcome me. And you show that you're the number one here. Okay. So we're gonna show, I have like a packing list breakdown from my vendor. So we also, I posted in the group, we're also gonna be showing some of the trends. This is all 100% cotton trend, so that's like really amazing. Consider we are doing a lot like a more woven drop too. Okay, so without further ado, I'll show the first one. And all this gonna be copied to the link when I post to the website anyways. So that way, if anyone miss anything, it should show replay too. But I'm so happy to see one friend here. Okay, so this one is a satin. It's a satin woven. The fabric is poly though, but satin, you see, it had this shine to it. Okay, so really pretty. I'm gonna check the width of fabric. Let me pull all my stuff on the side. Okay, and then in between the live, any question, feel free to pop because that will help anybody in the future when they are purchasing the fabric to see. Okay, so yeah, so with the fabric for those apparel woven, we're gonna assume is 56 inches, and then which I check it is. Okay, so this is gonna be like the first drop. This is a polyester satin. So it has a sheen on the right side and here's the wrong side. And satin fabric has no stretch, but let me just double check. Let me just double check. Yeah, so no stretch. Okay. And this one, what the price I will be dropping will be, let me see my notes. Poly satin. Okay, so this one will be I'm gonna drop a good price. So it'll be $6.50 per yard during the early sales and then $8 a yard at the regular retail. So this is a polyester satin. Gray and then very nice drape. Let me just put it further so you can see this on the side. So this is a scale on the side. This is the closer up for the design. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Happy hump day. If you love sewing, love fabric, you're at the right place. And I know sometimes YouTube gives you a different feed. So if you don't sew and don't craft, this might not be that interesting for you. Okay? And so this is the number one fabric that will be on the draw. Let's continue. And the second one we'll do is another woven. Another woven, really pretty. This one gonna be, it's kind of like a rayon chalit, but this is gonna be on the poly. Hey, Linda! Hey, welcome in, welcome in. We just show one fabric only, so we are gonna show the second one. So just in time, just in time. Oh, and I love it that the YouTube say you are number one. It give you a crown too. Love that. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so this one's gonna be, think about Ray Charlize, but in the poly form. Some people call it as the airflow. They call it as an airflow. So what it is, it's a really nice drape woven. Okay. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. And then because this is like a really nice drape, and being a poly, it actually doesn't wrinkle. Like, look at that. So rayon Charlize wear, it's a really comfortable to wear. Oh, and then Jessica. Oh, I see, I see. Jessica. Okay, so the first one, since you're here, will show that you just missed is a satin fabric. This is a satin. So satin, you see, it has a more shining on the surface, really flowy drape, and then it just kind of like a different dots. This is the wrong side. This is the right side. So it's very distinguished, the wrong side and right side, and just kind of a more crisp and a flowy and a little bit shiny, a shine to it. That's gonna be the first draw, and that will be $6.50 during the early bird sale, but $8 the regular sales. Okay, let me put a check mark that we talk about that. And then the next one gonna be a lot of people call it airflow. Okay, airflow type of woven. So think about rayon challis, but this is actually a polyester, which means it has very similar drape, a little bit heavier than rayon challis, and it doesn't wrinkle, and the colors stay vibrant. This is a very summer friendly woven too, great for blouse and dresses. So this will also be $6.50 a yard and $8 retail. Both of those I only have 10 yards. That's all my vendor has because I have to pick up something during my order. So those are all only gonna have 10 yards. So very limited yardage. And when I say 10 yards, I usually list only 9 yards because vendor is always short. They never have more. So if you are the last one to grab the yardage, you can also put a note to ask me to not cut until I check the final yardage in case you just want to take the whole thing and then let you know the difference. Okay, so yeah, so this is the closer up, this is the further away. This is gonna be the polyester, like a rayon challis, but a lot of people call it airflow. So yeah, so that will be the second one. Price will be $6.50 a yard during the sale, $8 during retail, and only gonna have 10 yard bow, but I typically list 9 yards. Okay, the next one is gonna be a knit, and then we'll go. We have two more knit. Then we'll go through the different chambray, and then we will go to the different trims. Oh, for those who just here, let me just grab. I have like 3 different trim bags. All those are 100% cotton trims. We'll go over them. It's like really exciting to do that. Okay. Okay, so this one I have 15 yards, I believe. Okay. So this I have 15 yards. Okay, so this base actually is polyester, but it feels like cotton t-shirt. It feels like cotton t-shirt, but it's not. It's a poly t-shirt knit. Poly t-shirt knit. So basically it's not slippery. It has like a cotton feel to it. And it had okay drape, but the stretch is really good. Let me see. Oh, I should do a ruler too. So this is the stretch, but obviously it's like a t-shirt waist. So you see when I have a gap, you can see kind of see through. But when you do this, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, really nice print. I have to pick up this one. I might have grabbed the last whatever from the vendor too. This is only two-way stretch, so the solvent doesn't. And then when you have like a rainbow on the solvent, typically that's when my vendor did their own custom printing. So this is like a custom printing from them. Your kiddo would love that. Yeah. So I was surprised because when I feel it, I thought it's a cotton t-shirt knit, but I know I bought as a poly. So let's check the yard stretch info on this. Stretch info on this. Yeah. So earlier we have like about like 20 people, but I'm sure they would just like YouTube send them the link or somehow. But now we have like 5 people. I think that's more normal. So weirdos. So from 10 inches, it go to 19 inches. So that's 90% stretch, but I'll put it as 80% two ways. So two way, 80%. I'm gonna call it poly t-shirt. Okay, so this is gonna be the poly t-shirt. This so cute. Oh, you know what? Do I have my mint? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my cotton spandex mint to see if that can coordinate real quick. Okay, let's grab 1 yard. Because sometimes we are always wondering what can work, right? So let's do it real quick. Do we think they will work? Do we think they will work? Right? They will work, right? So this is my in stock cotton spandex mint, and I think it will work beautifully with this one. So this is a polyester t-shirt. When you put it side by side, you are actually gonna think this is a cotton t-shirt knit. Very surprising. So I think it will be great. And then because it's a lighter weight, it will be perfect for the summer too. Even though it's a poly knit, it really feel a lot like a cotton t-shirt knit. So the textile is always improving. They are always like a different type of little ingredient. You know, the same thing for your medicine too, because even though it's the same ingredient, there's like a little different trick they do that will make them different. So this one is actually, I do like it. It's a poly t-shirt knit. Okay, so the price. Okay, here's the price. This one I do have 15 yards, so I'll be listing 14 yards. 14 yards. Let me put the notes. And then the price will be $7.50 a yard, regular, and $9 retail. Okay, $9 retail. But that one, I think the vendor did custom print that. And the next knit we have, and the width of fabric, I'm all gonna put as 56, because right now the table is very full. So they are at least 56. If they are more, then it's bonus for you. And then upon like cutting, if I have like table space, I'll measure and put a precise one for you guys. The next one is gonna be such a pretty, pretty, pretty French terry. And I know people be like, really French terry in April? You'll be surprising how many people love French terry, especially you see this one. La 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 la. Isn't it so pretty? Okay, so this is the French terry. So you see the loop on the wrong side. This is the right side. How pretty is this? Oh my goodness. And then, so basically, it feels like a little bit like a dirty oatmeal background. So that gives you a vintage vibe. Roselle said, how can I start selling this on the street? I need to start making a profit and I can sell dry. Oh, my goodness, on probation. So what you can do is you can always like locally source. Um, uh, First you need to source, right? But before you source anything, you should see if you have people who is interested to buy. So yeah, so I started selling because I love sewing, and then gradually I went into that. I know, but I'm treating them seriously. So here's the stretch info, right? Nice. And then here is the salvage. So salvage, I'll say it does stretch very little bit, but mostly it's just a mechanical stretch. So I'm just gonna measure and I'm gonna call it two-way stretch. And let's check the stretch info. From 0 to 10, it go to 16. Okay, and then let's see doing single layer, and I have a gap between it. So it's not see-through. Really nice. No problem. Right, this one's so pretty. So pretty. So let me put it further away for scale. So I'm about 5'5", so that gives you a sizing idea. Yeah, I'm like really drawn into purple thing. So this one my vendor was shorted to me. However, I ordered 30 yard. They shorted me 6 yard, so I have 24 yard. But I usually minus 1 yard for car allowance. So we'll be listing 23 yards, and this one I can do 675 a yard. Doing the sales, and then regular retail be 850. But I won't be able to reorder like all those poly satin, airflow, poly woven, and the poly t-shirt and this French terry. I grabbed it last year from the vendor because I'm like, those are so cute, and then the quantity were limited, so I decided to just like quickly swipe it into my cart to make sure I get my shipping worth too. So yeah, so this is only gonna be 23 yards. So pretty, right? Do I put my percentage? Two-way 60%, right? So I'll put two-way 50%. Two ways 50%, two-way 50%. Okay. And now we want to go see the chambray, right? So let me put this away. I always protect my fabric. Put that away. Chambray, chambray. Okay. The one that a lot of people are looking for. Oh, Jacina! Oh my gosh. I love it when my So Weirdo is here. Thank you guys for letting me know you're here. Like, I get a lot of spam when I go YouTube. That's like one thing I'm more scared about going YouTube. On one now, what happened is I mostly get my people or I get cricket, like nobody. But on YouTube, I always get spam. Like, oh my gosh. So it's so nice to know you guys are here. Okay, so we're doing the chambray. This is the light blue. The light blue, the vendor, I was able to order 20 yards. So this is gonna be the wrong side. This is the right side. This is the perfect light blue, so pretty. It looks like the jean, but it's soft, like quilting cotton, but a little bit softer and then wider. Let's just check the width of fabric for sure. I just checked the width of fabric for sure on those. So the width of fabric folded is about 30. So almost 60 width of fabric. I'm going to put 59 on the blue. 59 on the blue. And then those price I listed in the group going to be $9.50 a yard doing the sale and $12 a yard doing the regular. Those are kind of really hard to get. So yeah, I love this quality and look at this thickness. I'm going to put one single layer. So this is single layer close to me. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and then further. So you see how it's not see-through? Really nice quality, right? And then of course there's no stretch to it. Okay, so pretty. So this will have 20 yard purchase, but I can only list 19 yards. The vendor is always short, never more. So 19 yards on this, okay? I want to say I have the most interest on this one. So if you're on the website, you're not sure, maybe grab this because this one will probably have the most popularity. Okay. And then remember I have one that's called black. It's actually come here as a gray color. And I'll show you the both gray. And I'll show you the difference because one is like a dollar more during the sales. And then we will talk about why. Because I was wondering what the heck it had to be more expensive. Okay. So this is the gray. That will be $9.50 during the sales. And then you probably will like this one even more than the more expensive one. The gray color one, the vendor showed me. I ordered 20 yards, but I only got 13 yards, so I can only list 12 yards. So this is the gray. I do like looking at those salvages because like so nice. Okay, so you see how like when they have those threads, just tell me how like their thread components. So they basically had the white and black thread to make it look like gray. How pretty is this? And of course no stretch. And then further away to see see-throughness. Hold on real quick. So not really see-through right now. We have a gap. You can really see through. So nice quality gray. This one also a little bit stiff, like the cotton, quilting cotton, but like more apparel weight. Let's check the width of fabric as well since we are here. Thank you for tapping for the heart. Oh my gosh, thank you. So this is 29 folded, so that's 58 width of fabric. 58 width of fabric. So the white, the blue ones are slightly more. Hey Abigail! Oh my gosh, so we just went through poly satin, poly t-shirt, poly like a rayon challis, but we call it like kind of airflow woven, and then French terry. So you probably need to rewatch. It's like a lot of good thing. And then we went through the lighter blue chambray. So right now we are looking at the gray chambray. Oh, you go back and watch. Yes, and then we also have a lot of trend. I have a lot of cotton trend and also non-cotton trend, so we'll go over those too. Yay! And then I might list even more than that. And then at the end of this live, you guys want to see those rayon linen that was on the pre-order, we can do that too because that's all on the table. Okay. So yeah, so this one I will only have 12 yards. I also have quite a bit of people asking about this, and then I want to do side by side on this. This is a very expensive, more expensive one, and this one I only got. This one I even got less yardage. Do do do. Yeah, this one they say I have 15 yards. Wait, what's going on? I'm sorry, I'm gonna check the yardage. Yes, please. Oh yeah, I see the rayon woven. Okay, hold on real quick. I'm checking the yardage. Okay, so 15 yard. Okay, so they make the wrong note. So this is 15 yards. So I'll be able to list this as a 14 yards. Okay, 14 yards. And then this one, I only have 30. Okay. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the notes. Do you order any extra red and white rayon from the pre-order? Jessica, I have my cotton sheet, but they are by the 10 yards per bow. So I think that one's about 8 or 9, right? So they might be slightly little extra. Okay, so this one is the one that I have less yardage, which is the more expensive one, and I only have 13 on this. Okay, so I want to show you the difference. This one is a softer hand, softer hand. Oh my god, I haven't taken a picture, but the blue floral rayon I bought so into a beautiful dress. Oh my god, you need to take picture, and also I have a monthly sewing contest in the Facebook group. Make sure you enter every month. I try to find something different to give away, so make sure you enter. Okay, so let's compare. So why the vendor call it black, it basically are just two gray. Okay, two gray. The only difference is this gray is way lighter. It feels like a silk. Okay, and then it also has more see-through. So look at this. So this one is a more see-through, but it's a more expensive, and it's a softer hand. It feels like a silk. Okay, but it's a cotton chambray, and then this one is a bit more stiff. So for the look, this one will have a softer look. Okay. So this one is actually more expensive and only had 13 yards. This is gonna be, let me see my notes, 10.50 a yard during the sales. Okay, so again, just to compare, this is the 10.50 a yard during sale. This is the 9.50 a yard during sale. Okay, so let me grab them both. So when you grab them, this one, like you get like a bigger triangle because it's not as draped, and this one will go into a softer triangle because it's like a softer drape. Okay, so we'll just have to, like on my listing, I'll make note this is a softer hand, lighter weight. So and it feel a little bit more premium. Okay, so that's the difference, and it end up being just two different grades. So the more expensive. Yep, actually both not cheap, but this is the more expensive one. So you can see the texture, and this is the $1 cheaper one. Okay, you see that? And the more expensive one have less yardage, only gonna have 13 yards, which means I will only list 12 yards. Okay, they both have this blue selvage. So the only way I can tell is basically by the hand feel of the fabric. And they do have a little bit different texture. This one have a little bit more heather look to it. Okay. So thank you for looking at those. Let me put them on the side and we'll continue to show. Okay, so now this dark blue chambray, actually have those print on it that looks like paisley, and I didn't even notice when I look at the picture, and now in person it's also a little bit hard to see. I'll show you guys as well. Let's put all those fabric back on the side so later I can back them. Okay, this one I have to like open right away when I get the box too. Let's, I'm gonna unfold a few yards so we can see that. Okay, are you guys able to see the paisley print on it? Okay, maybe further away you can see it. Let me do it. Okay, are you able to see some pattern on it? Right, and then I wonder if I can flip the screen. Okay, let me see if I can flip the camera. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's not showing that? Okay, sorry. Okay, not doing it right. Flip. Okay. Okay, can you guys see it now? Okay, really interesting. It's not like obvious, but it's there. Okay, you can see better now. Okay. Yeah, just barely. So it's like a very interesting. So at first I was thinking it's just like dark solid, but yeah, it's like really pretty. And then now, if you just look closer, you will see it, right? You can see it now. So I love about that. I love about that. Seriously. And then this is the back side. This is the right side. I always show the back side because a lot of the woven pattern you might roll it up as part of your sleeve. So I feel like the back side matters. I don't know about you guys, okay? But I like to show it, and I also love to look at the salvage. Just kind of tell me how the fabric was constructed. Let me look at the width of fabric together. Fold it, making sure edge to edge. So this one gonna be 60 inches width of fabric. So nice. That's a little bit extra yardage, right? So let me just put 60. And the price, as mentioned on the in the group, will be $9.50 a yard during the sales, and will be 12 at the retail. And I have about 19 yards I can list. Yeah, I love the contrast with the back and right. Exactly. I think it would be so cute when you fold it for the sleeve. And sometimes when you do the collar, you fold it down, you will show a little back, right? So I think all those are really cute details. Okay, so that is all for the new fabric, and that shows some rayon linen. Okay, let's show the rayon linen in person. Okay, let me grab one. The one we have the most older is gonna be the blue one, so I'll grab that one. I'll grab the blue one. The one with the most older is this blue one. And then let's also check their width of fabric as well. So we can kind of see it in person before anybody else, since you are here for the YouTube live. Okay. So nice. So immediately when you feel it, you will feel that linen texture. You will feel that linen texture. And so I have personal stash of 100% linen, but they feel very stiff. This one, hey, welcome to the live. Oh my gosh. We actually show most of the new arrival, but right now we are showing the rayon, one rayon linen from the pre-order, and I will be showing a lot of trims. So you just here to get half of the show. Yeah, I cannot wait to get those, right? So yeah, so immediately when you feel it, you can feel the linen texture. Let's see the backside. Backside, you can see how the fabric is weaved together. You can see part of the linen thread going into there. Okay, and let's check the width of fabric. Oh, hold on. I want to do a real contrast with the chambray. real contrast with the chambray. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't think they are the exact same, but look at how they can actually work together as an outfit, right? You can do a blouse top for this, or shorts for that, or the reverse, or you can do what I think like a dress, and this can be the bell, right? Let me show you with the gray one. And wear like that. I know they are not the same color, but I'm just wondering, okay? I'm just wondering. You see, those natural fiber, they can still work together, right? It will still look good together, even as a separate, right? I wouldn't put it as a belt, but I will still wear like a top and the bottom because they are all like the natural fiber color. And then let's look at the light blue. This is how I do my workout, right? See how every day I'm lifting different thing? Oh my gosh. Oh, how pretty, right? Wouldn't you say they are pretty together? Oh my gosh, like in an outfit, just so cute. So cute. Which color do you think matches the best? Like the darker blue or the lighter blue? Or you like the contrast gray? Oh, and then did I say we're gonna check the width of fabric? Width of fabric folded. Let's check edge to edge. Okay, yeah, so width of fabric is 56. Right? Yeah, I kind of do. So, yeah. I would joke around if I go have a fight with my husband, maybe I won't lose. But I think in reality, men are still stronger. I just feel like confident about my own muscle. OMG, OMG. I don't know about the rest of the body because probably only the arm is the strongest. So yeah, so this is the do you guys want to see the green as well? Do you guys want to see the green? And then someone asked about the polka dot, right? I see the dot because the dot. Okay, I'm gonna show the green and the dot because the dot is like a different design. Okay, hold on real quick. The green and the dot. Actually, I want to show those two together. Look at those two together. I'm so surprised we didn't get much people on this. So I only got 10 yards on this, and I only got 10 yards on this. But they all like really nice. And then they might even work together. I wouldn't work together because even though they're both red and white, they are both too much of a print of themselves. So this is how big the dots are, right? So perfect adult size. Okay, and then I'm just gonna keep that in the back because you can see it clearly. Then you need to go back and see if you got that red, right? Yeah, the yardage is limited, so I haven't started cutting. I plan to cut after the show. So if you have anything regret, message me right away, right away. So I will see if I can cut your last and do the count. Yeah, there's so many you like. So see, this green is so pretty too. Such a nice green too. Okay, so that will be all the fabric, but let's see some trims. The trims are really exciting too. Oh my gosh, the trims. Okay, so this is 100% cotton. Look at this, 100% cotton. You feel like a little bit stiff because they are embroidered. So I think they had those washable paper or something. But look at that. How pretty this. Can they work together? Probably not. This color and me match. Oh my god. So you see how I do love those color? Right. So the trim, even though they are 100% cotton, I will still be doing by the 2 yard. Doing the sale will be $4.50 for 2 yards. And doing the regular will be $6 for 2 yards. So even the regular that's only $3 a yard. That's super price. But during the sale, they are only $2. 25 a yard. That's like really close to my cost, okay? Really close to my cost. I'm not really making much money on those because I told the friend that I just make who sell wholesale on those that I'm just gonna try to see if any interest in the group. So if you guys like trend, definitely get it during the early sales. And then for the most part, I will list them as 10 yards to start with. Ooh, where's my light on break? Oh my gosh. I know that must mean I must compare, right? Huh. That could be. It's cute. Definitely it's cute. I do have another blue. I will hold this while I do that. So keep in mind all the cotton one. For the smaller one, they will be 2 yard for $4.50 for 2 yards during the sale. And then during the regular, they will be turned into $6. Okay, so for this, you know, guys, what you can do right here on the sleeve, you just pop a strip. You just pop a strip on the sleeve, right? Or because you see how this side the finished hanging, this side the raw, you can just do that for your sleeve hemming too. So instead of hem your sleeve, you just add this to your sleeve. Okay? Really cute, really cute. And then this is 100% cotton. You will feel it when you see it. They feel a little bit more stiff. They will soften after wash because they are all embroidered on. Okay? All those are like the embroidered eyelet. Okay? Really nice. So we'll have those two in the blue. Is Sarah here doing the live because she specifically asked for blue? Okay? So those are gonna be the two of the new trend. Let me continue to show you guys some trend because you will be like really excited to see all. Okay, and we'll show a little bit faster because they are not as bulky as fabric. Fabric is like, oh my gosh, testing all my muscle. Hold on real quick. Okay. And then so here comes another super pretty one. Do you see that? How pretty is this? And then this one, you can cut it in half so you can use both sides, right? Or you can just add it as a belt embellishment. Okay, it's not tall enough here. Like the belt area, right? Or you can cut in half and double use it. Okay, so this one I will still do. This one actually costs a little bit more. Okay, so the ultra wide one I'm selling $8 for 2 yard and $9.50. So the in between, this is the in between. So there will be $6. I'm gonna put a median. Let me put the notes. So for the median will be $6 for 2 yards, and then during the regular sale there will be 8 for 2 yards. Okay, so this will be the $6 for 2 yards. Oh, I make the middle a casting a ruffle. Exactly, exactly. And then because so many woven patterns are out, and then I have this is the one of the median. Okay, so this will also be median, but see, this one I don't even have that much yardage. I actually do have to count. So look at that, how pretty, right? Easily to emboss any part of the garment. I will imagine this as part of like the button or part of like the sleeve. Okay. Yeah, I love the purple and yardage is very little on this one. Here's another one that have very little yardage. Then that's also gonna be a medium one. This is gonna be the medium one. So 2 yard for 6. Okay, but then regular retail will be 2 yard for 8. This one is limited. This one is a fuchsia color. I'm trying to see if I have my fuchsia cotton lycra. Okay, I don't have it handy right now. Okay, let's continue to show. And then we have this one. This is also gonna be a medium one. This one I feel like it's knitted, so it has like a little bit stretch. It's a salmon color. Hold on, I have my salmon cotton lycra. Let me compare color. Salmon cotton lycra. Okay, so this is this one, the salmon cotton lycra. Let's just do a quick comparison. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right? They can work together, right? So you see, like there's something that can work together. If you guys really want me to like check color before you buy, do let me know. Sometimes I might not be able to get it right away because, you know, it's very stacked up for this small inventory warehouse. But I try to get as many variety for you guys, so it's like very crowded. Yeah, so pretty. So this one will be the 2 yard for 6, and then it's more like a knitted together, so it has like a little bit give. Okay, so next let's continue. And next we have a mauve color. So it's like a light mauve color. Let me see. Light mauve color. Light mauve color. Let's put a contrast. Put a contrast. Okay, I'm gonna put a mint as a contrast. Okay, so you can see light mauve color. And then this is the embroidery. Okay, so yeah, definitely great for adding like the bottom of the trim. So if you have like a skirt that's like a multi-layer cake, and then some of the color inside can pop with this will be great to add to that. Or simply just add to like any bottom if you don't want to sew the hand, that's great. So this is the detail for that embroidery, little tiny flower. That's 100% cotton. And then we had the made in Japan. I think you guys remember the unicorn made in Japan. And I got some sea sea star made in Japan. So this is made in Japan. Really nice. This is actually gonna be the smaller trim, so it'll be 2 yard for 450, but so cute. You cannot get this price elsewhere. 2 yard for 450, made in Japan trim. Okay, so this one I probably will be able to list 4 bundle of 2 yards. Okay, and then I restock a little bit of the unicorn because unicorn was selling really well on the last drop, so there was only a little left. Okay, so 100% cotton. 100% cotton. Wait, let me take out the thing. So this is like this color, right? So you see, you can do this for the two part of the neck too. 100% cotton. They do feel a little stiff because they are embroidered, so they probably had those washable paper behind them. Okay, but like that detail. So that will be a little bit, and then we have a thinner oranges. The thinner oranges. Let me see the color. They are different color. Different color. Okay. So this one will be gray. Yeah, great for adding that. I've been talking about adding that side sleeve. So like right here, adding that. Or like on the back. Or you can do in between the fabric. Okay. Or on top of the fabric because if you don't want the see-through. But you can either extend your fabric, embellish your fabric, or it can be just part of the trim. So like this one is the raw edge, but this one is finished, like a roll hand finish. So this actually can be part of your hand. Okay. So again, they are kind of like stiff because they are like embroidered on. So they will soft after wash because they are 100% cotton. Down the spine, yes, exactly. I was thinking that too, like right there. So I have a couple like that. Okay, so here's another one like that. And that's a cream color, right? Exactly the same pattern, but this is the cream one, right? So really good. And then I have a limited on the white. Limited on the white. And I do foresee white might be showing out the earliest. How cool is this, right? How cool. So, and then I have the black is like two separate cup because I asked them to give me all they have. So this is the black. Oh, let me put the black on the gray chambray. Hold on real quick. Where's my gray chambray? Okay. So this is my more expensive gray chambray. Do you think that will work? Let me put it on my other chambray. My $1 cheaper chambray. Hold on. Okay, so this is the little bit stiffer chambray. Okay. Do we think that will work for embellishment? Maybe, right? Definitely not the white, right? White pop. Yeah. But you can also go bold with a colorful one. I don't know. It will be interesting. It will be interesting. Okay. And then we also have the green. Look at that. With the embroidery. Okay. Wait, this is the right side. How pretty this. So this is the medium width one. So this will be the 2 yard for 6. And this will be the 2 yard for 6. This one is giving me Beauty and the Beast color. Beauty and the Beast color. So if you're making some kind of princess outfit, this is great. Okay. And continue to the next trend. This one will be the smaller one. This will be the 2 yard for $4.50. But look at how cute. The little flower. So darn cute. So again, they are 100% cotton, but they have the embroidery, so you're probably gonna feel a little stiff because they probably use the washable, actually spray or the paper to do that. How pretty is this? Okay, and then here's another. This one gonna be considered. Okay, I'll do this one as the medium price, 2 yard for 6. Okay, but this one's pretty white. Oh, let me compare to my salmon again. Ooh. Compared to another salmon trend, okay? Oh. See, different colorway, but they can all work together, like separated by itself, right? Isn't that pretty? This is so pretty. I mean, they're also pretty. Who am I kidding? Okay. The spine would be cute, yes, for the other one. Right, so that detail. Are you guys having fun with the trim? Or am I making you bored? Let me know. Okay, so I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more trim to show. Then we can end the live. Okay. And I actually have more trim than what I'm showing now. But for this drop, maybe I'll just do that much because I don't really want to overwhelm you guys. But look at this trim. How pretty is this? Like I said, they feel a little stiff, but after wash, they should be good. But being stiff also means when you are sewing, they're going to be easy to sew. However, if you really want to, or never, right? If you really want to, you can always sew the raw edge. Oh, yeah, you can always sew the raw edge and then go wash it. But I wouldn't do it because then this is also the raw edge. Yeah, really pretty. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so this is like a really light yellow color. So like my last drop, I'll put it next to a paper with a Seweird sticker, so that help with the sizing, and the white paper will help you with like the batter for the color. Okay, so this is gonna be on the 2 yard for 450 trim, but really pretty. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to show it this way. Hold on, hold on. Which is the right side. I don't even know there's a right side, wrong side on this, but look at that. This one is not cotton though. This one is probably a mixed blend with the poly because I can feel that sheen to it. But think about like uh table placemat, like a circular one, or like I was just thinking like different table set that you can decorate. Besides dress, obviously dress will be one of them, the sleeve will be one of them, but this one make me think about like things that you can even decorate your tablecloth, right? So pretty. So this will be Actually, I'm gonna put good price on this. This will be the 2 yard for 450. Okay, so I'm actually averaging out the price because some are definitely more expensive, but I'm just gonna average the price based on the size of the trend, so you guys just gonna get a good deal. Okay, so this one's gonna be the 2 yard for $8 during the sale because look at how wide, and then this is the mesh. Wait, where's the color? Okay, so it's like so hard to show the pretty of this. Let me get another roll out. Okay, can you see how pretty this is? See how pretty this is? So the color is like this. Okay, let me put next to my salmon again. Right, so pretty. So this is the ultra wide one, but it's gonna be the $2 for 2 yard for $8. So I'm not gonna like charge more, but those are definitely more expensive to get. And I think sometimes I check Amazon for prices. Things like those can go like $9 a yard. So yeah, you get $4 a yard, definitely a steal. So get it during the sales price. I mean, even doing the regular, it's gonna be 2 yard for 950. I'm not overcharging because I want to kind of move them to help my friend too, and also just to give more variety for our team. Okay, this one gonna be the 248 as well, even though it's not as wide, but it's as much detail, and I actually don't have much quantity. This one is less quantity than the last one, like a really luxurious looking one. Okay. But again, because this is probably not Christmas, and I do feel this is like a little bit darker color, so hopefully for those who love it, you won't have too much competition. But there's not too much yardage on this one. And the last one I'll show for this live, I think last drop we had something very similar to this, but different colorway. I think I don't remember for sure, but look at this. Look at this. So this string is amazing because it's finishing on both ends. This one had the roll hand finishing. This one had that scallop finishing. So you can actually use on both ends to finish something and without having to worry about finish either. Isn't that pretty? Oh my god. Oh, this might work with the light chambray. Hold on. And those old flower one, I don't think they are cotton because they all have a little bit sheen to it and they feel different than the cotton trim. Ooh, here comes my muscle tongue again. I'll do it for you guys. Wait, what's the right side? Okay, yeah, this is the right side. But then you are not overlapping it. Remember, you are gonna be putting it more like this. Right? Oh my goodness. I did this to extend my dress. So there's some dress I bought when I was younger. So they are about 2 to 3 inches from knee high. So it, and then now when I'm older, it's like not as modest as I want it to be. So I'll add the trim to that, and then basically make it 5 inches longer, while it's still like cute. Yeah. So I did that before I even start Seweird. So I will add trim to extend my dress. Yeah. So that's an idea. Getting my workout for sure, for sure. So any question for all the trend I show, and also let me know, um, all the trend that I show. Do you want me to list on the website more than what I show, or you think listing what I showed just now is good enough? Okay, because I actually have more, and for some of you, you want to utilize your shipping. So let me know if you think I should just list what I show, or should I list more than what I show for the trend. Okay. So how pretty. Okay. Let me know afterwards. And also, last reminder for those who joined the rayon linen a woven pre-order, if you're hoping something had extra yardage, let me know so I will make sure to call your order at the end to see if there's any extra yardage that we can be talking. Otherwise, I'm gonna get into cutting soon after I clean this mess. Okay, but thank you again for joining the live. I will be making sure posting this link to my new arrival as well. You always Love to see all the new thing, whatever works for you. Sure. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you. And I think I see Roselle, and I see Abby, and I see Jacida. And then who didn't say hi? And I'm at Beth. Thank you guys so much. So, yes. Okay, so for now, for the trend, I will just drop the one I show pictures of. And then maybe I'll do a separate YouTube link, maybe 2, 3 weeks or even a month later to show the rest of the trend because that will be sometimes in May and June. And that's when summertime, maybe you have more times on hand. And definitely, trend was great for summer outfit too. So we'll do that for the next. So thank you. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye. And let me see how to end. I usually want to stop. Yes, bye.